you guys. It is Mary
And Amma.
on a Thursday, and today we are reviewing the season finale of Tammy and Amy.
I know we missed it.
Yes, so we're watching a bootleg version of it on YouTube. But what? Okay, so apparently she was having a birthday for Gage. You know, Tammy came.
Right?
Amy, she threw a birthday party for Gage or whatever. Tammy came.
Won.
He's
cannot
won.
believe he's won. It seemed like yesterday he was born.
Know. My thing is, you just went to a dietitian and you're letting this boy stuff his face with icing.
I know. Blue icing. That was. I don't know why parents do that.
You couldn't give him fruit.
You know, all kinds of things, like have all the cake and they have to eat it all up.
And that didn't
just a slice of cake
sense.
is good.
And really, babies don't need cake. They don't need sugar.
With icing like that. You know, just a slice, Tammy.
They don't need cake, and they really don't need icing at that age. They should be trying to grow and develop and get tall, especially the boys.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe a cake here and a slice of cake once
with
a
no
year
icing.
Birthday.
You don't need icing. I mean, even me as an adult, sometimes if I eat too much icing, it's too much.
Yeah.
I can have more than like a slice or two of cake with the icing. So it's just, and they just, anyway. But yes, so that's happened. Tammy went there or whatever and everything. She's been having a hard time breathing. She had this little asthma thing.
Keeps on desatting, meaning that your oxygen goes below like 92%. You're 92% and above, really. You want to keep like the oxygen saturation in your blood, you know, and in your body, you know, the cells and all above 92. So it sounds like she's going below that, and that's causing her problems breathing. And I was wondering, because they said the drinking, but I was wondering if she was smoking. That will have a big effect on your oxygen, and apparently she is.
And she's not just smoking the one cigarette. She's smoking vapes. And and look, a vape, one puff is like 100 cigarettes for one puff. Wow. So you can only imagine.
You know, I always used to think that the vaping, and tell us if you guys know more about it or if you guys vape. I thought that vaping was supposed to help those who are trying to quit smoking. But it seems as though it's having a lot of...
It's worse than a cigarette.
You know, worst effect. So
one puff and it'll have you like
figure
woozy.
Something else out.
Yeah, I mean,
I know they have the patch, the nicotine patch.
I don't even know what that's for.
It's a patch they put on your arm, and it's supposed to take away, gives you a little bit of the nicotine that's in the cigarettes. It gives you a little bit, so you know you don't feel bad. But yeah, they put this patch on your arm like I think it's every 3 days, and then you take it. Or I think it's once a week. And then you remove it, and it gives you a little bit of the nicotine, like slowly over the time. But
I just thought it was crazy.
I wish they have something else that people can use.
Fighting nicotine with nicotine.
Because addictions are not easy at all.
Yeah.
Food addiction is really hard because, you know, and I'm going through that now. And it's hard because we have to eat every day. It's not like drinking. I don't need to have alcohol in my house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But food is something that it's necessary that you have to eat every day. So it's very hard to, it's all around you. It's not like if someone is addicted to cocaine, you're not going to see it around. I mean, you wouldn't go to a party and see that.
You won't see it on the TV commercials.
Exactly. But with food, you're constantly bombarded by it. And especially if you have that attachment where if you're feeling emotional, whether happy or sad or angry, you turn to food instead of dealing with the emotion. It's so hard. You know, so I can see what she's going through, but that whole vaping that she's doing and desatting like that, that is a crash waiting to happen.
And then she said she's drinking 8 bottles of liquor a week. College students don't even drink that.
That was
like
really...
8 bottles a week?
I wonder how big the bottles are, though. Like, you know, maybe there's some tiny bottles.
I mean, she could be drinking small bottles, but
still
I mean, that you could finish in a day. I mean, I don't know.
Even if it's a shot and you're having 8 shots, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just think
Tammy,
that's.
Tammy,
I think
Tammy.
that's why.
It seems as though her whole head is like it's swollen, like even
I
more
know her
than when I saw
forehead,
it.
it comes out like this.
But the thing is, like
But-
all the head, the neck, all of that is all swollen, and that's gonna be so hard for the breathing as well.
Like, everything's
Tammy,
so tight.
Tammy. And I think she really misses her sister. You know, her sister isn't there. I'm sure she misses her sister so much. And maybe that's why she, you know, is trying to get help because,
Yeah.
you know, you have to. Your sister is somewhere else. You have
Her
to try
sister
and
has
meet
her
her
own
there.
life.
Yeah.
That's her own life now,
So,
man. She
oh
can't.
boy.
I mean, she's on the journey with you, but she's on the journey from afar.
Yeah. And she's even trying to get her to have a second baby now.
Which
so
I think
she's gonna
makes
be more
zero
busy.
sense. Makes zero sense. You have not lost any of the baby weight. You just had a child. Your
Mhm.
husband's not in the best shape. And you want to have 2 kids. You haven't lost the weight. You haven't lost the baby weight. You also have not lost extra weight. I think she should wait until she has lost 150 pounds and then go have another child. It does
How
make
much
no
is
sense.
She now? Is she
I
like-
think she's like 320, 340. Or she could be heavier. I don't know. But you need to lose at least 100 pounds before you go have a whole nother child. I mean, even the doctor said that you can gain all the way back or you can even gain even more.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very slippery slope. I know
It's a
you
slippery
love the
slope,
child.
Because with that 9 months, you'll be feeling, ooh, I'm free to eat anything.
Yeah,
No, you're really not.
it doesn't.
You're really not.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like a good choice whatsoever.
When I was pregnant, I actually got off. I only gained 20 pounds each per child. And I think with you, I even gained less. I gained like 18 pounds. So the pregnancy wasn't the reason why I gained weight. And I got off my sugars. Tasted awful to me, and I have such a sugar like addiction. But sugar, I couldn't stand the thought of anything sugary. All I felt like was like sour stuff and a lot of fruits and vegetables. And then with my son, I just wanted African food, hot food. And usually I don't like a lot of pepper, but that's what I wanted. So it was so I ate a lot of natural foods, you know, while I was pregnant. That's what I craved. And so I never had what people have. Ooh, let me go have my fried chicken and all that stuff on my fast food. I just lost the craving for that completely. And I was looking forward to eating all the wonderful stuff, but it just literally made me, you know, sweets made me want to just throw up. Yeah, so.
Yeah. I just think Tammy, she needs to slow down.
Yeah, because
And
that's
then-
a whole 9 months of, you know, you might be thinking, ooh, I'm free. And by the time you look up, you'll be pregnant and
Overweight.
Yeah, exactly.
And then also my thing is you have not even managed how you're going to be feeding your child. You yourself have a food addiction. And the thing is, when you have a food addiction and you have kids, it's so easy to pass it on to the children.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not self-aware.
Yeah.
You know, and she even was talking about how she lets Gage eat until he's full.
Mm-hmm.
Work on your weight, work on the food addiction, and work on feeding your child.
And
right?
then you will
And
see
then-
that, in fact, if you just work on yourself, you're going to see that you're going to be able to. And this is the time, because he's still very young.
Yeah, I mean, you can have another
To
child
fix
when
it,
he's
to
4.
fix it, yeah.
But give yourself 3 good years before you do that. I know it'll be hard or whatever, but you don't want to have 2 kids under 2. That's crazy.
I mean, sometimes people like to have them like that,
Back to
so
back.
that they'll have each other to play with and stuff like that.
I mean, he's too young to be playing with anybody right now anyway. Do it when he's like older, like 4 or 5. He needs somebody then. You know, he's more aware. That's what I would say. But yeah. Anyway, so now we are at the point with the doctor. He came to see Tammy and Chris, Amy and Chris. And they basically were telling him that she has been drinking a
he
lot,
met them
she's
at
smoking.
a restaurant, yeah.
I'm actually very happy that at least he met with them first so he would know what's going on.
Yeah. See, they didn't tell him that she was smoking. Tammy told him that. They just talked about the drinking.
Well,
so
maybe
they
they
may
didn't
not
know.
even know.
Yeah.
They may not even know about the smoking.
Yeah, because I remember she was sitting out with her brother, and all of a sudden, like, she was trying to talk or whatever. She had to bring out her asthma thing or whatever
Or
stuff.
her
A Albuterol.
the nebulizer, not the
Yeah.
nebulizer. What is it?
The asthma thingy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess maybe they don't even know or whatever. But yeah, I think that is because on the commercial they show that she has stopped breathing or whatever. Smoking
Yeah.
is, and then exactly you're like at this weight, and he said that she's close to 700 pounds. That you want to smoke and drink, and the wahala.
Tammy.
Yeah, it just is too much.
It'll be sad, if she doesn't get it together.
Yeah, but yeah, let's get back to it.
Yeah. We'll be back.
Yes.
Ooh,
Wow, that was heavy, man.
That was
heavy.
That was a tough one.
But Tammy was talking to the psychologist, and she has decided that she's going to be going to rehab.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
The
she
doctor.
said, yeah, she talked to the doctor.
yeah.
She said, I'm going to rehab. She said, I'm not doing it for anybody, but I'm doing it for me.
Yeah.
And she said she's going to focus, on the weight, but she's going to work on her mental health as well, which is very crucial.
And she said it was because she went to the bathroom.
And she said she was
really
sick of
hard.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
she was
hard
just
to
over
try
it.
to do it and all that.
Yeah, I can only imagine. But yeah, so I'm just super happy for Tammy. But what happened was she went there. On her way there, her oxygen dropped to 65, and like Mom said, it's supposed to be 92
and above.
Yeah, so she didn't go to the hospital at that point. But it was the day after she got to rehab.
They put her on the
oxygen tank
machine.
Yeah.
Right? So so that she can get oxygen directly into her lungs.
Yeah.
So just in case she actually stops breathing, it'll still get oxygen to her lungs.
Yeah. So,
because sometimes when you're asleep, when you're that big and you fall asleep, sometimes you do stop breathing. Sometimes that does happen.
Yeah.
It's called sleep apnea, and sometimes that does happen. So those who have sleep apnea have to have this BiPAP that they have at night, so that if they stop breathing, this the BiPAP still gives oxygen. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but the day after rehab, apparently she stopped breathing or whatever. She took a turn for the worse, and she was put into a medically induced coma.
Right.
So they didn't know she was gonna make it to the next
ventilator too.
Yeah. They didn't know she's gonna make it through the next hour or even the next day.
Yeah.
But she made it. But she had to get a trach.
Yeah.
Which is that thing that you see on the smoke commercials that is in the middle of your neck.
I remember those smoke commercials.
I always change the channel whenever I saw.
So you have to kind of learn. She has to kind of learn how to breathe through the trach on her neck, as opposed to getting inspiring and getting air through her nostril.
Yeah.
Well,
that's sad.
Yeah, but at least she's still alive, and she lost 115
pounds.
In 30 days.
That's crazy.
30 days.
Girl, what were you doing? I need to figure that out.
Yeah.
But that's such a
Good
blessing.
for you. Yes.
So happy for you, Tammy. You
Yeah.
knew you could do it. So happy that you are in rehab and you're doing it.
You are doing it.
It's not an easy
You are
journey,
doing
but
it.
you got it, sis. You got it.
Yeah. I got so emotional. I was actually crying.
Yeah, Mom
It's
was
just,
sad.
It just really brings things home, how that can just happen. But I'm so happy that she made it through. It's just and what her sister said was so poignant when she said that she just finally had the courage, and it was almost as if she waited too late. So, such a blessing that God just allowed this miracle.
It's not too
to
late
happen.
yet. Not too late.
Yeah. So,
But I
that's
think
a
that would have.
blessing.
But I think what that probably would have done if she was thinking about leaving that day. God was like, "Hold on, wait a second. Let me tell you how bad it could get."
Yeah, you're gonna stay.
Yeah. So I think that was just maybe a push that she needed to really stay.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be like, yeah, I can do it the first day, and the second day you're just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe that was
Yeah.
just what she needed in order to stay there, where she's at the
Yeah.
point where she's lost 115 pounds.
Yeah, that's just super amazing.
Yeah,
So that means she's in her 500s now from almost 700. So that's great.
yeah.
That is really wonderful. And
I
just
can't-
keep going, Tammy.
You got
keep
it.
going. You can do it.
Yeah.
You know.
But I look forward to
I
seeing
am
her next
watching
time.
you, and I am inspired by you. Yeah.
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 Well, we'll see what happens next season, hopefully with them. But thank you guys for watching. It is
Yes.
Mary.
And Alma.
And thank you. Have a good night.
Oh,